In a world where ambition drives every decision, success often comes at a hidden cost. This is a story that explores the dark side of ambition, where wealth and power cannot buy what truly matters. It's a reminder that money can be earned again, success can wait, but lost time is gone forever. Watch till the end for the powerful lesson that will change how you value your time and loved ones. If this story touches your heart, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more life-changing stories. The banquet hall glowed like a palace, crystal chandeliers dripped with golden light, violins hummed softly in the background, and the city's most powerful men and women sat in rows, their eyes fixed on the stage. At the center of it all stood Rajiv Malhotra, the man of the evening. Tall, well-groomed, dressed in a black tuxedo, he looked every bit the successful businessman he had become. His company, Malhotra Enterprises, had just been valued at billions. Tonight he was to be honored with the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award. The anchor's voice boomed across the hall, declaring Rajiv as the man who redefined success, the visionary who proved that with determination one could even defeat time itself. The audience erupted in thunderous applause, cameras flashing like 1,000 fireflies. Rajiv smiled, lifted his hand in acknowledgement, and walked to the podium. Yet, as he stood under the bright lights, something unusual stirred inside him. His eyes flickered toward the front row, where velvet chairs were decorated with flowers, reserved for family. His wife, his children, his mother. Those seats should have been filled with proud faces, but they were empty. His smile faltered for the briefest second before he forced composure back into his voice. He told himself they were delayed, that they would arrive later. Adjusting the microphone, he spoke about dreams born in dusty villages, about the fire his parents had lit in him, about victory over poverty. The audience clapped again, but the applause rang hollow in his ears. He kept glancing at the empty chairs, and as the spotlight bore down, his mind drifted, not to triumph, but to the long road behind him, to the choices he thought were victories, but which had quietly stolen the life he thought he was building. Rajiv was born in Shivpura, a forgotten village in northern India, with one road, one broken school, and endless fields under a cruel sun. His father, Rajiv Malhotra, was a schoolteacher respected but poorly paid. His mother, Shanta Devi, stretched a handful of rice to feed 5 mouths. Rajiv, the eldest of 3, grew up with hunger gnawing at his belly and resolve burning in his chest. His father often said that education was the one thing time could not steal. Rajiv believed it, studying by lantern light, scribbling on scraps of paper while his classmates mocked his torn shoes. When he was 14, his father collapsed in a classroom. The city doctors spoke of a heart condition, of treatments that might buy 10 more years, or perhaps 2 without them. Rajiv's family had no money. He watched helplessly as his father's life drained away, a loss he would never forget. On the day of Harish's funeral, Rajiv swore poverty would never rob him again. He believed he could beat time with wealth, that he could master fate by sheer ambition. At 17, he left Shivpura for Jaipur with a small bag and his mother's blessing, clutching the silver coin she pressed into his palm. The city overwhelmed him with its bazaars and neon lights, but he began as a delivery boy, learning silently as he swept shop floors. He noticed what others ignored: how merchants bargained, how credit worked, how small profits multiplied. By 19, he saved enough to open a stall selling cloth scraps. The poor, unable to afford new fabric, flocked to him. He reinvested every rupee, never spending on himself. By 25, he owned a shop. The bazaars buzzed with his name, the boy from nothing who sold something to everyone. Yet even in those days, ambition consumed him. When his sister married, he sent money but didn't attend. When his mother asked him to come home, he promised, soon. The word became his shield, his excuse, his curse. Soon never came. He kept letters she wrote in a drawer but rarely replied. The neem tree in Shivpura grew tall and Shantadevi grew frail waiting under it. By 30, Rajiv owned 3 bustling shops. By 40, he was the cloth king of Rajasthan, rubbing shoulders with ministers, driving cars, adorning magazines. He married Anita, a merchant's daughter who admired his drive but longed for something simpler. Their children, Arav and Mira, grew up in wealth but without his presence. They asked for him at birthdays, at recitals, at school debates. Each time he promised to come next time. Each time business pulled him away. One monsoon night, while finalizing a contract, a telegram arrived. Mother critical, come soon. Rajiv folded it into his pocket, whispering he would go after the deal. The next morning, another telegram arrived. Mother passed away, funeral tomorrow. He wept for the first time in years, but his tears could not turn back the clock. At Shivpura, neighbors told him she had waited under the neem tree every evening, saying, "My Rajiv will come today." His brother Ramesh's bitter words cut deep. "You had money for the world, but not time for Ma." The pyre's crackle echoed, "Too late, too late, too late." Rajiv returned to Jaipur hollow, his empire towering but his heart crumbling. His wife pleaded for time, his children begged for his presence, but he hid behind meetings, contracts, and awards. One rainy evening, Anita gave him an ultimatum: change or lose his family. Arav's breaking point came when he stood at a school podium and declared, "Leadership is measured by time given, promises kept. My father is rich, but he could not give me his presence." The speech went viral, staining Rajiv's legacy. Soon after, chest pains landed him in a hospital bed. Doctors warned of heart disease brought by stress and neglect. His empire meant nothing lying among beeping machines. Anita held his hand, reminding him that wealth could not buy life. Arav and Mira, though hurt, whispered they still loved him, if only he was truly there. For the first time, Rajiv listened. He began small. Family dinners, school recitals, quiet evenings at home. He mentored young entrepreneurs, not with money, but with time. Yet the scars lingered. Arav admitted some firsts could never be reclaimed. Mira confessed she sometimes felt like she was meeting a stranger. Rajiv accepted that some wounds remain permanent, that lost time never returns. Years passed. He continued to build wealth, but spoke less about profits and more about presence. He told young dreamers that money can be earned again, but time is the only currency that never replenishes. In Shivpura, beneath the neem tree where his mother once waited, Rajiv sat with Anita, Arav, and Mira. Laughter finally filled the silence. He knew the past was beyond saving, but the present was alive. He whispered, "Time is the true master. I cannot reclaim what was lost, but I can honor what remains." Rajiv Malhotra, once the boy who swore to defeat poverty and time, became the man who learned the hardest truth of all. No empire, no achievement, no wealth can replace the love, trust, and moments shared with the people who matter most. Time waits for no one. Success without presence is failure. Lost time is gone forever. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for more life-changing stories.